Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here. I'm sorry if the audio is a little weird in this video, but I think you're more interested in the information. I'm in the process of putting new piston rings and everything in the J-Series V6 in my 2012 Honda Pilot. I have the oil pan off, I have the timing cover off, I have the timing belt virtually off, and all this other stuff. It occurs to me there's no better time to do a video about replacing the seals on the oil pump than right now. That's what this video is about. With the oil pan off, what you're going to need to remove, here's the pickup. The pickup is held on one fastener right there, and then two more fasteners right here. I just installed this. I'm going to take this off. I installed a new O-ring here. So when you do this, you're going to need, I believe, 3 O-rings. You'll need an O-ring for this. You will need an O-ring for what's behind the oil filter assembly and an O-ring for what's behind the oil pump. You might also consider a front crank seal while you're here. That would include 4 seals for all of this. What I'll do now is I will get this oil pickup removed, and then we'll sort out this oil filter assembly. There's that O-ring I replaced. I have a drain pan under here, even though I know that everything is pretty much drained out. There's always the possibility that more stuff will drain out. Now I'm going to remove the oil filter housing, and that is held on 3 12mm fasteners. This is a common leak. I talked to the guys at the Honda dealership and they verified that. So I figured it was worth a video and investing in some gaskets. That's that one. So if you are doing a timing belt and you want to, that one's a bit longer. If you are doing a timing belt and you want to go the extra step, but as far as oil leaks are concerned, I believe all this oil was actually from up top. The spool valve on this engine was leaking. So these engines that are equipped with VCM solenoids or spool valves, those are known to leak. So are the valve covers. So whenever I'm chasing down oil leaks, I start high and work my way down, or at least I try to. Okay, so that one's a shorter one. So the longest one appeared to be right there. Glad we had our oil pan under there, because it was needed. Yeah, when they get when they start to hold their shape like that, it's time to replace them. So I don't feel bad about doing this. I put that on there to turn the crankshaft. I don't need it anymore. Probably figured out you don't need the timing belt in the way. Although it's probably going to be easier to get off once I remove those two 10mm. There's that. I am replacing it, so I don't care about any oil or anything that gets on this. I'm going to take, well, we can just take this off right now, carefully. And the keyway can come with it. There may be a second one. Nope, there's just that one. Definitely put that someplace where you will not lose it. Now I'm going to remove this tensioner right here. That idler tensioner is held on by 14mm. I fear this has got to come out. I don't want to deal with that. But let's try and get it off of here without doing that. If it works, we both learn something. If it doesn't, we also both learn something. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just sort of, I came in right there and pry it out a little bit. And you can, very gingerly. I'm going to come in here with a plastic razor blade. This has been my friend during this whole job. And I'm going to clean all the Honda Bond and everything off of all this surface. And I'm going to do the same to the oil pump before I install it. And then, of course, install my new O-rings and such. My plastic razor blades, they work real good. Looks like some of these have Loctite. Actually, All of them so far. I wonder if this guy's a good candidate for the sonic cleaner. There's our problem gasket. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here. Inside of this assembly is the oil pump. It's driven by the crankshaft. See this right here? And the pickup is obviously down here. And it goes into the pump and then into the engine. I'm just going to try an old-fashioned seal puller. And that worked pretty good. Now, to the ultrasonic cleaner with this. You probably noticed that I did not remove the oil pump before putting it into the ultrasonic cleaner. Well, that was a mistake. All the cleaner and the solvent mixed with the oil inside the pump and made this gooey mess that you see here. So I removed the oil pump, I removed the cover, and then I almost forgot, but I ended up removing the pressure relief spring and that piston, and then I took it all and put it back into the ultrasonic cleaner to make sure all of that got cleaned up too. I have gone through and cleaned all of the bolts, all the Loctite and everything off of those. There was a little bit of Loctite on this plug, and I have Loctite to install when I reinstall it. There was no Loctite on these fasteners that I could tell that held the oil pump on, so none of these got any cleaning or anything like that. I think I will start with my piston. I don't want to install it dry. And this was a T10 that was holding this on. That right there is the part number for that front seal. I'm gonna go get some grease and put it on the inside lip of this. I'm gonna take a little bit of silicone spray, put it around the outside. All in. And this is just regular axle grease. This is the part number for that upper gasket. I know I'm going off the reservation with this, but I prefer this on machined surfaces. Cool thing about this sealant is it will not cure until there's no oxygen. It's ready to install to me. I positioned the crankshaft so that the keyway is at 12 o'clock. I also positioned the oil pump so that that was that way also. You might remember this top bolt didn't want to come out. So I'm installing that with some Loctite on it. This guy has a new O-ring installed. It's the pickup tube. I think I'll be able to mitigate some of the stuff that's dripping all over the floor here. Again, that sealer is not going to seal until there isn't any oxygen. So that gives me some working time. I'm going to have to remember to tighten that guy later. And all of these fasteners are going to get Loctite. I also went through off camera, and I'm sorry I didn't show you this, but I ran a thread chaser down each one of these individual holes that these fasteners are going into to help clean out some of the old Loctite and any junk that might have been in there. These bolts, if memory serves, were all the same size. You shouldn't have to worry about putting them in the wrong place. Now, as far as torque on these, I'll put it on the screen, but it's not much. It's only a few inch-pounds. I'm going to go about a quarter to a half turn past when they go snug. Viewers, I'm going to end this video here because I think that covers most of the oil pump installation. I'm not installing the oil filter housing until later because it's going to be easier to get the timing belt cover and all the other stuff up in there without that in the way. So I'm just leaving that out for now. But I think this pretty much gets you there, and there will be links in the description to additional information and TSBs, whatever. And I hope I put the torque specs on the screen. If I did not, links in the description. Also, link to EricTheCarGuy.com in the description if you have automotive questions not covered in this video. Thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.